Greetings, fellow Whovians, and welcome to Timey Wimey Review. I wanted to do a special video. It's something I've been thinking of doing for quite some time, relating to the collection that you see behind me, and obviously the videos that I've done as part of the Doctor Who collection that I've built up over the years. This is one that I hold very near and dear to my heart. And also, as I kind of alluded to in the Hooverville video that I've done recently, something that I've done to make this part of my collection a little bit extra special. And today I'm going to talk about the Doctor Who Monopoly set that was released for the show's 50th anniversary, so back in 2013. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. Let's go through this Monopoly set in more detail. So let's check out this board in a little bit more detail. And yeah, I'm a massive fan of Monopoly and collecting various Monopoly boards. I've been doing this for a long time, from various different TV shows, movies, games. A nice little pile that I've been collecting over the years, but Doctor Who has definitely got to be one of them. And I love this 50th anniversary box cover with the various Daleks over the years, the Imperial Daleks, the Bronze Dalek, which is about 20 years old now, and of course the Dalek Supreme from the Paradigm Daleks. We didn't quite take off, but definitely deserve to be included, along with the original Doctor Who logo from the from the actual 1963 intro, and also from the background you've got like the TARDIS and K9 and even the question marks, just sort of all integrating Doctor Who and Monopoly all into one. Just open up the box here, and obviously we've got the contents inside. And I was just having a look at the sort of rules for Monopoly, because everyone always has their own different versions of how to play it. Let me know in the comments below what additional rules that you put if you play Monopoly. But I did like the little play it right here with members many players like to devise their own house Monopoly rules. This is fine, but such rules often make the game last longer. In the official rules, players may never loan each other money or trade promises not to change rent or charge rent in the future, etc., or tax and penalties and blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's always made me laugh at this one when I've read it. Particularly making the game last longer, not cause as many arguments would have been one. And yeah, the free parking one, I remember playing with someone where all the tax that you land on, any fines that you get, all that money goes into free parking. And if you land on the free parking space, you get that money that is just in there. If you ever played that rule, let me know in the comments below. And like I said, what other rules you have played over the years. I never played the speed dice version, so like a speeded version, fast-paced one. So let's have a look inside. We'll just move the board in just a moment. We'll look at the board at the moment. But yes, here we go. So you got your standard dice and the speed dice. So again, never played it. I'm assuming, is that like advanced to go? Not sure about the bus. And then just like a few sort of numbers on there as well. But let's have a look at the rest of the contents. So as you can see, I've not even opened up these yet. So that's like your Doctor Who Monopoly money. Everyone starts off with 1,500, I do believe, unless it's changed over the years. And obviously you got your property, your chance and community chest cards. Again, I've not opened these up. Oh, moral dilemma, do I open them up or not? Let me know in the comments below, my fellow Whovians. At the moment, I'll keep them sealed. So these are the counters and other parts of it. So if your house and hotels, just kind of standard, which is a little bit disappointing, really. I wish they kind of came up with another sort of version that's relating to Doctor Who. I mean, at a push, you could say that that's the Master's house, when he disguised his house, his TARDIS as a house in the classic Six Doctors story, Trial of the Time Lord season. But yeah, it would have been great if it was like citadels or even just TARDISes as part of your houses and hotels on the Doctor Who properties. But let's have a look at the counters as well. So we've got your sonic screwdriver. Kind of looks like, I think that's supposed to be the 10th or 9th Doctor's sonic screwdriver there, or maybe even the 3rd. Not quite sure on that one. At first I thought it was the 2nd Doctor's, but then we have this recorder, obviously from the 2nd Doctor. So excuse my big fat hands and fat fingers. I hope you can see that zooming in there. Do my best. So yeah, that's the Doctor's recorder. We've got the classic 7th Doctor's cane. I love that. I love collecting. Again, that's another part of reason why I collect all these various Monopoly sets. It's all about the counters that they've been created. Not a big fan of like the plastic counters, rather have the full sort of metal pewter ones. This one, I'm assuming that's supposed to be celery. I'm not quite sure. It's just like a leaf, unless it's, I wonder if it's the leaf from Clara, maybe. Again, let me know in the comments below which one you think. At first I thought it was celery, but now I'm thinking it could be a leaf, because we've got, obviously, the Doctor's bow tie. Bow ties are cool. And last but not least, we've got the Doctor's scarf. Of course, the 4th Doctor's scarf. So yeah, very nice set of counters there from the Doctor Who Monopoly board. This is the Piesta Resistance, my fellow Whovians, is the board inside, and this is what I was kind of alluding to. So I'll try and do this one-handed as a bit of a surprise reveal, and this is what I've done with this board over the past 10 years. I went to various conventions and Comic Cons over the years and got as many people from the cast of Doctor Who for, obviously the show's 50th years or 50 years and beyond, to sign it. So I'll go into a bit more closer detail from you. So I think I'll start from the bottom left. So there's some various names on here, and I will try and point out as many as possible. So we've got Peter Davidson's there, Strax, of course, Dan Starkey, Strax, Gemma Redgrave signing the unit board there, the unit square. Michael Jaston, the Valeyard, Eric Roberts, the Master, Colin Baker there, the 6th Doctor, the legendary Bernard Cribbins. Recently I met Daisy Ashford, and she signed the Spearhead from Space, obviously being the voice of Liz Shaw for the Big Finish audio adventures, and of course Caroline John's daughter as well. After Val, the Terror of the Autons, obviously being the closest he could get to being the Rory, the Roman Emperor. Philip Hinchcliffe, who I again recently met at the Hooverville convention. With him being the producer, he's got to be with the money. He's got to be over the Monopoly point on there. We've kind of got a 4th Doctor corner going off here with Louise Jameson. Of course, it was Leela, K9, played by John Leeson. And Lalla Ward, who was, of course, the 4th Doctor's companion, Romana. Of course, we've got Paul McGann, the 8th Doctor, in just that part of it here. David Morrissey, who was, of course, Jackson Lake in the Doctor Who Christmas special, The Next Doctor. Sadie Miller, who, of course, the daughter of the late, great Elizabeth Sladen, who signed the Time Warrior, who was, of course, Sarah Jane Smith's debut story with the 3rd Doctor. So I kind of like that both Sadie and Daisy signed their mum's debut stories. I thought it was quite nice, and I always find it quite fascinating to see where they would like to go in the board. As obviously times come on, I've had to select a few sort of areas where I think would be best fit for these autographs. But honestly, I really don't mind. It's a pleasure for them to sign this board. Kind of got a bit of a 7th Doctor thing going off here with Sylvester McCoy. Sophie Aldred, of course, is Ace, and Bonnie Langford. And again, sort of a bit of foreshadowing now with being a member of UNIT in the modern era of Doctor Who, particularly alongside the 14th and 15th Doctor. And speaking of the 14th and 10th Doctor, obviously we've got David Tennant. He's managed to sign his name, and which is just there. And Christopher Eccleston, again, never thought I would have saw him at a Comic-Con. I'm so glad that he's kind of joined the circuit over the last few years, because he was a fantastic guy to meet. Really, really friendly, really welcoming. John Levine there as Sergeant Benton. We've also got John Barrowman as Captain Jack Harkness. Fraser Hines, Jamie, Wendy Pabry as Zoe. So again, nice little her second Doctor corner there. Recently met Wendy Pabry at the Whoville convention. And again, more foreshadowing. Gabriel Wolfe signing the board as Sutek. Some more legendary names here. Michael Kilgareth, Cyber Controller. We had Trevor Cooper and Colin Spall, the sort of like little partners in crime, going into the yellow sections there. William Russell, late great William Russell, signing that. He was probably one of the first to sign this board. And most recently, Carol Ann Ford, so it's nice to have them two together. Terry Malloy, of course, as the legendary Davros from the 80s. Graham Harper there as well. Nicola Bryant and David Bradley. Of course, was the first Doctor, or remade sort of first Doctor for the Adventures in Space and Time and the Twice Upon a Time episode. Again, just to name a few, and I always keep trying to add to this as much as I can. And this is where the dilemma is. I've got a plan of maybe using those cards to sign for any other actors or actresses that I meet from the world of Doctor Who. So that is my Doctor Who Monopoly board. I wasn't trying to do anything like trying to show off or any sort of bragging or anything like that. I just wanted to share something special that I love, and hopefully, if anything, inspire, because Mr. TARDIS, he clocked my Monopoly board when we was at the Whoville convention, and he said that is quite inspirational. I've never seen anything like this before. And likewise to the celebrity guests that I've met over the years, they always seem to be in sort of wonder of like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Where the hell am I going to try and sign my name on this? So yeah, particularly sort of like at the most forefront, Callum Ford saying, you know, oh, do you play on this board? I was like, oh, no. Do you play the game? Yes. But Mrs. Time Wineview doesn't want to play because she thinks I cheat. FYI, I don't cheat. But yeah, Sadie Miller and Daisy Ashford, they both sort of like, oh my gosh, wow, and asked to take a photograph of it. So those little bits are just the added sort of treasure for me. You know, I find it an absolute privilege that obviously I make these guests and they would like to sign on this board, you know, obviously paying them a fee, but yeah, it's just nice to see that reaction. And again, I hope that it's just an inspiration for you if you wanted to get something signed, or just to really sort of like something to sort of add to your Doctor Who collection. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. What special collection do you hold near and dear to your hearts as part of your Doctor Who collection? And are you a fan of Monopoly? Are you a big crazy Monopoly fan as I am? Do you collect various boards? Again, let me know in those comments below. But thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit the close bell for more notifications. Come say hello and follow me on Facebook and X. And do check out my other fantastic Doctor related content on the Time Wime Review TikTok page. And of course, right here on the Time Wime Review YouTube channel. Until we meet again.